Well, these might not be the feelings you want to be talking about back here, but can you just talk to me about what's going on with you right now?
Oh, nothing. Just had a good fight with Eric Anders. Left it all in there. Unfortunately, me, I gassed a lot, but I was doing good. Thought I was doing good, but you know, body's old, man. He's old, but I feel like he held it together a little better than I did.
So can you talk to me a little bit about the decision to, I'm assuming you're retiring, that's what they said you were coming back here for. I don't want to put those words in your mouth, but
No, I am. I'm retiring. I knew it coming in. I was going to go out here and leave it on the table and win, but I have some issues I just don't talk about. I'm not one of those people to make excuses about anything. If I lose a fight, I lost a fight. Doesn't matter who it is about, what it is. Even when I got low blowed, made sure I said, hey, he didn't mean to low blow me, but he did. I'm not a excuse person. Um, my losses are my losses, but I've had some problems for a while, and I just don't like to talk about them. And I want to be able to play with my children when I get older.
you say that this was a decision that you knew going into the fight. Do you think that that might have changed if the outcome of the fight had been different?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I could have won in 2 seconds. I know what the doctors told me. I'm just not a. I'm not a person to. I'm not a person to make excuses or land on a crutch. Never done it my whole life. I've took the hard way around through everything I've ever done. Um, I'm a hard worker, and I do what I have to do to make make ends for my family. Um, I got a 6-year-old, and I got kids that count on me. My little girls, and I don't. I want to be a positive role model in their lives. I want to show them. I want to help them, guide them through life, navigate through the world. And I can't do it if I'm messed up from fighting. I've talked to 2 doctors about things. My body's just not holding up. And I love the sport, but I'm very, very appreciative that the UFC let me fight out my contract. And if they came right now and told me to give me another 2 contracts, the answer would still be the same. I've done everything I could do. I got in the UFC late, and I tried my best to make up for that. I took every fight they ever asked me to take, except for the Alex Pereira fight. But I took almost every fight they've ever asked. I took it on short notice. I took it on 7 days' notice. I never said no, except for one time, because I wanted to do something in this sport. But I got in a little too late, and I'm pretty banged up. And tonight I tried to give everything I had. I wanted to put on a show for the fans. I wanted to make people where I'm from proud. I come from a very small county. I went from a troubled kid to someone who's looked at as a role model. I've done a lot from where I'm from. It might not be a lot to a lot of people, but where I'm from, what I come from, it's a lot. So, that's it.
But knowing that this moment was coming, you had some time to prepare for it. Does the moment feel like you had anticipated it feeling like? Does it hurt more? Does it feel more relief? What's the feeling like compared to what you thought it would be?
I see all of this, all of you guys, since I got here. Every last one of y'all been great. All the fighters have been respectable. The fans have been awesome. The fans will tell you exactly, hey man, you need to do better. They're honest fans. The people here, great. I hate to leave it. I love fighting. I love preparing for fights. Well, don't really preparing for them, but I love that, the knowing that I'm going to fight. I love people to know that, oh, you mean Jamie Pickett, you're in the UFC. Da-da. that all feels good. But at the same time, looking at my kids and her smiling that she can do things with me and I'm not hurt up is more important to me than anything. So helping other people do better is something I'm looking forward to, but it's bittersweet. I'm kind of relieved, but at the same time, I wish I was 10 years younger. I could and be more involved and more mentally focused, but I know what's going on with me.
What's the plan going forward? Do you plan to be, maybe coaching more? Do you plan to completely take a break from MMA entirely? What's the game plan going forward for your career and your life?
Oh, I have my own business. I'm going to be doing my business ventures with that. If a kid wants to fight and he comes and approaches me and tells me he wants to fight, and if I can help him, I'll help him. I've helped anybody who's ever asked me. If I can help, I'm going to help. You know, if any of my kids, but hey, I want to start doing this, or I want to start doing that. I want to fight. I'll teach her, but I'll be around.
Thank you.
So you're saying you want to do the Mr. Miyagi thing? You're just going to be working around the house and some young kid's going to come find you?
Walk up and say, hey, man, I'm getting bullied. I need help, I'm taking him to Salty Dog Jiu-Jitsu. We're going to start getting right, Or go to my kickboxing gym at Hit Pit in Rose Hill. We're going to start getting into work. I have 2 gyms and push them towards that. If they're in Charlotte, I tell them, hey, go over here to Jimmo's and get some work in. Just point them in the right direction.
I know you don't want to go into too many details of if there's I assume there's lingering health things that you've just never had a chance to sort of give yourself a break, in the body and things of that sort. That being said, you had moments of greatness in there tonight. You're 35 years old. Is there any possibility? I know you said if the UFC came at you right now, you don't want to sign any dotted line, but in a year or two, while you still are relatively right in your prime, is there a possibility that you could address either MMA again, or is boxing, or is there some sort of combat sport that's possibly in your future in a couple years' time?
I might do some jiu-jitsu. I probably will do jiu-jitsu and compete in jiu-jitsu. More than likely I'm gonna focus on just competing in jiu-jitsu or something. But as far as getting hit in the head, for sure, that's a no-go. From what I know, no. But I love the sport, man. I love the sport. I love being around fighters. I admire every fighter that walks in this room who fights. Any organization, I love fighters. I love fighting. I understand. In 35, I'm not in my prime. Cutting weight is harder. Getting up in the morning is harder. I don't recover as fast. Trust me, it hits quickly. All of a sudden, it's just boom. All of a sudden, what in the world? Usually, I'm back at it, but it takes a while now for recovering and getting back in there. I'm not as fast as I used to be, not as strong as it doesn't go up. Once you hit 30, it doesn't go up.
And I'm sure there's time you look back at your career and there's fights that you wish that it would have went the other way, but when you look back on your career, now that you're going to be looking at it in the rearview mirror, are you happy with your career? Are you happy with what you were able to obtain in the cage?
I won't say I'm completely happy for sure. A lot of lost stuff shouldn't have lost. I wish I could get them all back, but hats off to all those people. I hope they all do great. I want everybody to do great. I don't get kicks out of seeing people do bad. I don't like that. I like people to do good. And if you do bad, as long as you give it everything you got, I'm proud of you. That's what I've done. Every fight I've done what I could do. I've done my best. What I had, the time limits that I had, I trained. I tried to put it in. When the UFC called me and said, hey, we need you to fight next week. We need you to fight in 2 weeks. We need you to fight next month. I said yes. I took those fights. And I didn't get on here and say, oh, I took the fight short notice and da-da-da. I just took my licks and I went home. I prepared for the next. No point in excuses.
Last for me, I guess, was there ever a fight that you were like, man, I wish that didn't come to fruition, that you're maybe sad that now you won't get to happen? Was there ever a fight that you're like, man, there was that one I always wanted, but it never happened?
I don't know. I never had anybody come across my desk that I want to fight. But if I say I could fight anybody, damn, I don't know. Israel. I'll fight Israel. knockout or what, I don't care. Just to know that I fought that guy would be great. Fight Israel, something like that. Actually, Robert Whitaker.
That would have been fun.
Because I know he's not going to, I feel like me and him we can stand up the whole time. A lot of times when I'm fighting, people keep grabbing a hold of me, and then it throws me off my game because I want to stand. And we start standing, then they start grabbing, and I start thinking about them grabbing me the whole time, and that bothers me. But I feel like the Reaper would give me what I wanted. If I get beat up on the feet or whatever, we'll see. But
Well, we hope to see you in some of the submission stuff. You know, if we don't see you here again, thank you very much for all the years. Very much.
hey, if any of the jiu-jitsu tournaments want to call me out, I mean, I'm available.
Are you going to come tomorrow night?
I won't be here. My plane leaves at 6 a.m. They get me out of here. They don't like me in Vegas. I'm joking.
Hey, Jamie. Just wanted to. I remember your first media day with us. You said that you took classes, and because you didn't like talking to the media, you were kind of afraid of it. Now that you've talked with us so many times,
I've evolved.
done countless interviews. I want to say you got a whole lot better. But also, do you feel like you've become a new Jamie?
To be honest with you, all of y'all are so good at what you do. You've made it to where I'm not scared to talk. Does that make sense? A lot of people say things and they kind of angle it where you don't want to answer. Y'all don't really do that. Y'all kind of like, y'all know what you're doing. So you've got me comfortable up here to talk with you guys. But I do have a challenge though, and this is a serious challenge. This is to Mr. Dana White. If you want Twisted Tea Road, like a real man, I will ride that bull anytime you want. That is a challenge.
That's a bad bull.
I will ride that bull anytime you want. Twisted Tea is a sissy, and I'm down to ride him. I'm from North Carolina, and I'm a real country boy. I will ride any bull. If he wants to put me on Twisted Tea, I will do it. I'll take my last beating. Let's go.
All right.
From an MMA rider to a bull rider, love it.
Yes. Yes.
Cool. Thanks, Jamie.
Thanks, guys.